What I eat in a day is a 1940s woman on wartime rations. This is how we're gonna be living for a while, baby. This is how we're gonna be living.
This is my entire weekly food ration. 12 ounces of oat.
Bit worried about the rising food costs, so I have an overactive metabolism. Well, here we go. The first thing you should get. This is that someone's eating 12 grams of oats.
Enough for 4 breakfast and maybe pudding. 2 ounces of tea has to be stretched for a week. 8 ounces of sugar that will be carefully used. 4
They got their news through the mail?
ounces of bacon. I plan to make 3 meals out of it.
So, this is how much bacon she's got. For the week. For the week. A pregnant woman. This is just state propaganda. No, this is a woman with autism. Very fair that you would assume that, but no, this is definitely a woman with autism. You can tell. I'm not saying it's a negative. It's just this woman is obsessed with 1940s Berlin and rationing, and this has become her life. That is someone's entire week's worth of bacon right there. That is someone's entire week's worth of bacon right there. An entire week. We all have the things that we care about in life. We all do weird stuff. She likes this specifically. This is an ordinary amount of animal source protein for our tribal ancestors, one big pre-animal. Yeah, so this is what we're probably going to be getting used to in the coming months. It's gonna be fine.
10 ounces of stewing steak that will be used in 2 different meals.
So this is again her steak for the week is 1 person. This is all of it. So she's gonna be taking it and making it into two dinners. Olive oil will probably be harder to get. Yeah, I have a lot of olive oil. So she has a little bit of steak and a little bit of bacon.
Oh, look at this fatty bit on the edge. 1 fresh egg will be used in 2 meals.
1 fresh egg used in 2 meals.
And 2 ounces of margarine that I will use for sandwiches and
2 ounces of margarine.
2 ounces of butter.
So she gets margarine and butter. Some people are just like, I only use butter, I would never use margarine. In the past, it was kind of like well, we get a little bit of both. She has more meat than we were let on. No, I think that's just 2 portions of it. This is for like a week. This is for a week. So she stretches this for a week to show you like what wartime rationing was like.
2 ounces of cheese. I will use it in 3 meals.
That's like an American just snack. That's a snack. She has dementia. I don't think this woman has dementia, honey. Honey, you might be confused. No, she just has an accent. Honey, she has an accent. She's from Germany. No, it's a different thing. Yeah, that's not dementia. That's Germany. Yeah, just letting you know. Just letting you know. It's okay. Just letting you know.
And 2 ounces of lard
and 2 ounces of lard. So this is what people got. It looks like a little gift basket.
Use for cooking.
Cool.
Prescription orange juice, a monthly supply just for pregnant women.
Prescription? They only gave orange juice to pregnant women so they could have more calories and more vitamins, I guess. Huh. Cool. So for scurvy, yeah, just so pregnant women wouldn't get scurvy. It was probably very dangerous for children.
Just for pregnant women. Potatoes, the staple for the majority of my meals. They're not rationed, and I can use them as much as I like.
Cauliflower, potato, carrots.
The same, not rationed, and carrots as well. The real treat, tinned salmon.
4 ounces of tinned salmon, not rationed, but a lucky find and expensive.
Which I used most of my monthly points. And of course, another staple, the national loaf bread.
National loaf bread, not rationed. So,
I will also have a daily meal.
This is already $200? Well, the thing is, that's kind of going to be how I think things are. I think people are going to have to, do these types of meal planning and rationing themselves. Otherwise, everyone's going to immediately go broke. And then, like, I guess a lot of people are in debt right now. Potato got all the nutrients you need. Potato and the butter, probably, I think, right? Mashed potatoes, I've heard. I might find a way to get impregged if it gives me orange juice. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But this was all food she was allowed to buy under rationing. So what it was is that there was not enough food to go around. So people were only allowed to buy small amounts of things. So she was allowed to buy this specific type of food for her week.
Today I'm sharing what I cooked on day 4 using my weekly rations. I start my day with a cup of tea. I brewed 1 teaspoon of tea for the whole day. This is my 4th teaspoon from my weekly rations, so I have 6 more left. I'm also hoping to save a few teaspoons by the end of the week. For breakfast,
Can
I'm
afford
making
lard,
milk
yeah.
toast. I warm up half of my daily milk ration, 240 milliliters, which is 8 ounces. Then I add half a teaspoon of butter and a pinch of cinnamon, which is very hard to get. I add chunks of stale or toasted bread.
Purchased, wait, before war or at black market? You're like 8 months pregnant. I don't think you should go to the black market, but probably before the war.
It's a simple but very filling breakfast.
So she had a slice of toast, some milk. It's like she kind of made her own cereal. She also had some cinnamon in there. So yeah, she made her own cereal. Compliment her dishes and sweater as if you were a Brooklyn construction worker. That makes it sound like you're giving a prompt to like an AI. Like just like, ChatGPT, do this now. Yo, that beautiful sweater matches that beautiful, beautiful porcelain you got there, yeah. That dish. Yeah, I see it, honey. You went to a beautiful antiques market for that, probably, right? Yeah.
For
It does
lunch,
look
I'm
nice.
making cheese and mustard fried toast. I grate 1 carrot and
Cheese
about
and
20
mustard?
grams, which is 0.7 ounces of cheese. I only have 20 grams left for the rest of the week. I cut 2 slices of bread.
Cheese and mustard?
Prepare mustard from powdered mustard and a little bit of water. Mix the cheese
Powdered mustard, very hard to get.
with a bit of mustard for flavor and texture. Then I add the cheese mixture onto the bread.
I'm gonna be real with you. This is one of those meals that like you make when you're like on the verge of death and like there's nothing else in your house. This is one of those struggle meals, it looks like. I would eat that. I mean, it's probably good, but it is a struggle meal. So now, yes, this is the time for cheese and mustard bread. Yes. Black market had safer connotations back in that era, from what I remember. Now they're propagandized to make people think it's just drugs and weapons. I guess it's cinnamon. It's cinnamon and cheese. Seems like spices are very hard to come by.
Top it with carrot and save a little carrot and mustard for dinner. Add a little bit of mustard.
It's a sandwich.
I spread about 10 grams of margarine on both sides of the bread and fry it until
It's a
golden
grilled
brown.
cheese.
It's crunchy on the outside and soft and cheesy inside.
Ooh. That looks pretty good.
Time for delicious lunch and a daily newspaper. For dinner, I'm cooking bacon and potato.
Do you cook like this, Grimmi? I don't. What I had today was a pre-made slop, essentially. I had a pre-made slop, and I opened a can of potatoes and ate half of the potatoes with it. So, just so it could be a little bit, so it could be 2 slop meals. I had pre-made slop, and canned potatoes. So I took half of the potatoes out of a can, and then I put the other half with the rest of my slop for dinner tomorrow. Why are you calling it slop? It was slop. Like, they sell bags of slop that you can eat. It's just slop. Oh, not sloth. No, slop. It was a chickpea dish, like, that just comes in a bag. Slop. So, the way that you get more out of it, so it makes it a, like, longer lasting meal, you can use canned goods or you can use frozen stuff.
I chop the potatoes into cubes and parboil them for 10 minutes. I slice the leek
Leeks were not rationed.
and about 40 grams, which is 1.4 ounces of bacon. I only have 1 slice left until my next shop. I fry bacon, add the leek,
during the broadcast of the Twilight program.
then the potatoes,
Oh.
along with the leftover carrot and mustard.
Ah.
I sprinkle in some dried herbs, salt, and pepper. Dinner is ready.
Ooh, that
I
looks
scrape
kind of
the pan
good.
with a bit of hot water to make a simple stock for tomorrow's soup. Nothing goes to waste in my kitchen. Would you be happy to have this set of meals for a day?
It's very low on protein, but it has a lot of nutrients in it. Like, yeah, you'd be happy? Yeah, I think it'd be really good. Like, radishes, daikon and French, and beets are super easy to grow and pickle really well. I've heard that, yes. It's got potatoes I've sold. There you go, baby, there you go. It needs some hot sauce. You could put hot sauce on this, you really could. For those that live near the ocean, a mix of seaweed and plastics as free veggies. No, 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 no. Put chickpeas in that hash and it would be fantastic. That would actually add some protein too. Enough potatoes and veggies, I could go for some meals with no meats. Yeah. Need some peas? Peas would work too. You can put anything you want in these meals, but they're very, very cheap to make and very, very simple. So I thought that they were very fun and we should probably check them out. Try to make them on our own at some point. I think that would be fun.
On the second day, using my weekly rations, I started my day by brewing 1 teaspoon of tea for the whole day. This is my second teaspoon from the tea ration, and I have 5 more left until the next shop. For breakfast, I'm making a bacon sandwich. I melt 5 grams of
There we go, big
I have
bacon.
47 grams left. I fry 1 slice of bacon, and I have 2 more slices for the next 2 meals.
That's like real bacon too. Like this isn't like bacon that we get from the store. This is real bacon. This is what people used to have. That looks good. It's real bacon. Also, yes, 2 meals. She's really, like, this is like rationing. Is she allowed to do that? What do you, what? You're skipping lunch. I don't know. I don't know. This is when you go back to the store with the big mustache. Oh my goodness, sorry. I was reading some other stuff. You said, no, you gotta observe the, yeah. They might kick in the door because she's eating a piece of bacon.
Then
this
I
is how
fry
it
2
be.
slices of bread in the same pan. I
Oh.
won't wash the pan until after lunch so I don't waste any of the bacon fat. A splash of milk for my first.
Nothing else in that, huh? I guess that's how it be. But yeah, federal bacon inspector's gonna kick down her door. That's just how it be. It's a different type of bacon. It's a different type. When you have this type of stuff going on, like when there's rationing, you can't really like do much about it. Like I think this is probably gonna be similar to what we go through. It's just gonna be in terms of our economics. We're gonna just be like, well, we can't afford much else. I guess we're getting this. You can no longer like get like, I don't know, like Taco Bell for every meal if Taco Bell's like $50 a meal. But you can get probably like 1 individual thing of bacon and like a half sandwich.
Cup of tea and breakfast is ready. For lunch, I'm cooking a vegetable soup. I chop 1
You can make this even. Look, she's giving you the recipe. It's not a lot. These are very simple meals.
potato, slice half a leek, and chop 1 carrot. I add a tablespoon of flour to thicken the soup.
Pound of Oreos, that's
In
awesome.
the same pan, I melt just a tiny bit of lard, add all the vegetables, and fry them until soft. Then I add a bay leaf, salt, pepper, and
Which herbs? Probably
150
herbs of the
milliliters
Providence
of
if you look it
water.
up.
After that, I transfer everything into a pot with 700 milliliters of water and cook
She used the
until
bacon
tender.
fat.
And never forget to scrape the pan.
She needs a walk. She's lerping that she's in 1940s Berlin. She can't get one of those.
A sprinkle of
I don't want to
dried
go into
herbs.
it, but people weren't like really cool with each other for those
Simple
like
but
years
filling
from
soup.
different areas.
I'm having it with a slice of bread.
Oh, is it Britain or Berlin? Okay, I guess Britain. Still not very hype.
For dinner, I'm making mashed potatoes with cauliflower and 20 grams of cheese.
It was
from my
Berlin?
57-gram weekly
I thought it
allowance.
was Berlin.
I grate the cheese. Add a splash of milk.
Britain, we're gonna
Add
check.
half of the cheese. Salt and pepper. Cooked on the second day using my
British. This one's British. The other one was Berlin, maybe.
my 57 gram
Am I just
weekly
insane?
allowance.
Was it always
I
British?
grate the cheese.
Was it always British?
Add a splash of milk.
This looks really good, by the way.
Add half of the cheese.
Cauliflower, mashed potatoes, and cheese. Lots
Salt
of nutrients.
and pepper. And mash everything together.
That looks good.
I shape it into a small mound on baking paper.
Where's her arranged marriage husband? I don't think she was in an
remaining
arranged
cheese on top.
marriage.
And bake it
I
in a
actually don't
medium
know
oven until
what's
golden.
going on here. She does have a wedding ring on.
Finished with fried leeks on top. Would you be happy to have this set of meals for a day?
That looks really good, by the way. Oh, that looks amazing. Yeah, that's a very simple meal to make, too. So things do get a little bit rough. Remember that you can just LARP that you are a woman in the 1940s. You might actually be at a calorie deficit that's starving you. You probably need a little bit more if you're a guy. Like, women here will be okay. Men might be starving themselves. So I guess you just have to adjust your calories upwards.
Supplies running out on day 5 of my weekly rations.
One
and
more.
I have 2 more days to go until the next shopping. The day begins with brewing a teaspoon of
Running
tea
out
for
of
the
your
whole day.
rations would be
I have
rough.
5 teaspoons left until the end of the week.
What would you do?
Breakfast is simple. 50 grams of oats cooked in water. I still have plenty of oats left.
I guess
Oats
just
are a
eat
go-to
oats.
product when you're running short on other food. I add a teaspoon of butter for taste and nutrition, and a splash of milk to make it creamy.
Those are the
Breakfast is
portions.
ready. For lunch, I'm cooking leek and
I didn't
potato
like
soup.
the
I slice
sirens
and
in the
chop half
background.
the
That
leek.
was a bit intense.
Melt a tablespoon of lard. I have 20 grams left for 2 more days.
Intermediate
Saute the
fasting?
leeks just to soften them a bit.
What would I do? I would be hangry and probably eat the neighbors, honestly. That is fair. This is not a lot of
Stove that
food.
I made from leftover scraps from the pan from yesterday's bacon hash dinner.
She really is stretching
Medium
everything.
Potatoes.
I think it might be a little
Add
bit filling
potatoes
just
to the
because
leeks
she's
and
adding a lot
stock.
of butter and stuff, but like it's still like not a lot of food.
Add 700 milliliters of water.
And this is for a pregnant
Salt.
woman. They get
Pepper.
extra.
And dried herbs. Cook until potatoes are soft, then mash.
That looks
Soup is
really
ready.
good.
I have 2 portions of it. Add a splash of milk and sprinkle of fresh chives.
Wow. That looks delicious, though. That looks like a good meal. We're probably just gonna have to go back to meals like this for a little bit. Is she considering how many calories the neighbors contain? No, you gotta just go through it. You gotta just go through it.
This is my lunch.
Add lime to that? I don't think
And
they
I
had
serve it
limes.
with bread. It's delicious and refreshing.
We kind of got really spoiled in terms of like what we can eat. We don't have a lot of limes right now. I'm sorry. Salmon, veggies, mashed potatoes, such a good meal. This is a really good meal. This is like a solid meal. You got your protein, you got your carbohydrates, you got your minerals and like your what's it called? Your vitamins. It's not bad. There's definitely better dishes to make, but the thing is this is when you have wartime rations and this is what you can afford and this is what's in the area. You might not be able to have anything else for the week. Just saying, you make with what you have. Yeah, exactly. You might not have access to the other stuff. It's just like how you might not always have access to all of the things that you like to eat for the next couple of months and maybe a little bit after. I'm start of the population that mainly cooked my food, so it's going to be okay. I think that every population on the planet right now cooks their food. I think that this is what's happening. They will aerate her house if she buys celery. The thing is, she can't buy celery. This is the thing. They can't buy celery. They don't have celery. During like times of crisis when like there's like stuff going on, you don't have access to those things. It's not that it's illegal, it's that it's incomprehensible for people. It's that you don't have access to it. You cannot buy it. There is none. So, like, that's how it was during those specific periods. We might run into that again a little bit. You would not have access to it. You would have to leave the country. And then at that point, you would have to live in another country, because getting to another country was almost impossible. You would have to live there. So, the thing is, you might have to go and you might have to just make do with what you have for the time being. You might have a lot of cheap celery one week, and then you might have a lot of potatoes the next week, and then you might have a lot of carrots the next week. Do we import celery? We import everything.
For breakfast, I'm making porridge. I cook 50 grams of oat in a cup of water.
She's living her best life.
Calories and
She's
flavor,
pregnant.
And a small splash of milk.
She's making her 1940s
meals. For my
meals.
sweet treat later. For lunch,
She's
I'm
not in
making chips and fried
psychosis.
toast with egg. I only have one egg for the whole week, so I'm splitting it into 2 portions. I break the egg and add a little milk to stretch it, saving half for later.
1 egg.
I cut a hole in the bread to keep the egg in place.
1 egg.
Then I melt
The entire week.
and fry the bread and egg. Add the chips and cook everything until golden.
Chips. 1 egg.
A little salt, pepper, and fresh chives from the garden, and lunch is ready.
You eat 3 eggs a
It
day?
actually tastes
You
really
might have to go
good.
1 egg.
Mashed potatoes. Add salt, pepper, dried herbs, and a splash of
Average
milk.
stream. We're gonna look into the back rooms after this.
Mix everything together and form fish cakes.
Fish cakes.
Dip them in milk, then flour. Place on a baking
As the
tray,
child's
bake for
father at
30
war,
minutes
I don't know what her
180
headcanon for
degrees.
this
And
is.
finally, my sweet treat, bread pudding. I use 4 slices of bread, soak them in a cup of water for 10 minutes, then squeeze out the excess of water. Layer the bread in a baking dish. To each layer, add a little milk,
Things are gonna
Egg.
get a little weird.
raisins, cinnamon, dot with margarine,
I love that it's just like, I'm having cinnamon. I got it from the black
and
market.
sprinkle with sugar. Repeat for the second layer.
8 ounces of sugar per week. Feel like we eat that in 1 soda.
Bake in a medium oven.
She lost
for
me at
about 30
raisins.
minutes.
You could use something else, I guess, but this is what she got. You could raise ducks to get eggs. The ducks would
And the
leave.
fish cakes are ready. I'm serving them with both
Ducks can
cauliflower
fly.
leaves and florets and buttered carrots.
There you go. I think you need to fry the fish cakes. They look a little bit sad.
And the bread pudding is ready too.
Not if you break their legs. I think if you
What a
break their
treat.
legs, they can still leave. They'll still
Would you
leave.
be
I
happy
think
to
that's
have
not
this
related to them
cinnamon for a
flying. Wait
day?
a second. And she has her bread pudding. That looks
Today
good.
I'm
That looks
sharing-
like isekai food. Okay. Is she starving her unborn child by rationing food and LARPing World War II? No, I don't think she's starving them. I think this is a normal amount of calories for a woman to get. They didn't... They did their best to not starve children during World War II. Like, that was kind of like a big thing. Like, they gave them enough rations to, like, live comfortably. Like, oh my god. Are you sure? They did their best, yes. This was kind of like their thing, that they went and specifically tried very hard to make sure that everyone was getting, like, the caloric amount of, like, nutrients they need. Grimmi, were you in World War II? Oh my god.